jersey number retirement in professional sports took place in 1934 when the Toronto Maple Leafs said no other player could wear number 6 in honor of Ace Bailey, not him. The first NFL jersey retirement took place a year later in 1935 when the Giants retired Ray Flaherty's number 1. Since then, there have been over 150 jersey retirements around the NFL. The Bears and the Giants have the most with 14 each. At the beginning, this seemed like a great way to honor individuals who helped elevate franchises or pay homage to players who had their careers tragic.
Them niggas ain't gonna have the shit to wear in a second, chat. 14? Goddamn.
Cut short. And while it's still a tremendous honor for those former players, jersey retirements have become a point of contention in sports. There's been the growing concern of teams running out of numbers, which does seem valid but may not impact us for a few more decades. But the issue that seems more and more prevalent these days is young players looking to wear numbers of retired players. To no surprise, it's caused widespread debates. This came up less than a year.
Not gonna lie. Let him talk about it, because Abdul Carter wanted to get Lawrence Taylor's number is crazy, bro. That's a lot of pressure, nigga. Even if you was to get that nigga, you are putting so much pressure on you, nigga.
Ago when the Giants drafted Malik Neighbors 6th overall. Neighbors' college number 8 was already being worn by Daniel Jones, so he decided to go for the next best thing in his mind. He opened up training camp his rookie season wearing number 9, but that belonged to kicker Graham Gano. The number that stood out to the first round pick was number 1. Problem was, it was already retired for Ray Flaherty. Neighbors went to Giants owner John Mara to see if he could pull some strings, and after initially turning down the idea, Mara budged and said we could give it a shot. With permission from the Flaherty family, Malik Neighbors was able to wear the number 1, which hadn't been worn by a Giant since 1947. Ironically, the number that Neighbors held up on draft night with Roger Goodell a few months prior. While the majority of Giants fans felt excited about this, there was still a section of fans that took exception and felt that unretiring a number was disrespectful. And just when those fans thought this was a one-off, the same thing happened a year later. When the Giants took edge rusher Abdul Carter 3rd overall this past draft, I don't think many people took into account which number he would be wearing. Carter, of course, had worn number 11 at Penn State, but had his eyes set on number 56 in the NFL. Problem was...
That's crazy, bro. Like, nigga, that is, like, this nigga is the... I don't think it's that serious. Depends on the player's legacy of the players, of the player who number retired, in particular the player who won it. In this specific situation, though, he's fried, bro. Lawrence Taylor, nigga, is the only... I'm pretty sure he the only defensive player to ever win the MVP. Like, this nigga's one of the not only greatest defensive players, they say he's, like, one of the greatest players, like, to play, nigga. This nigga made so many rule changes, bro. I think it's the... They had to start counting tackle for losses because this nigga was tackling niggas behind the line so much. They, like, we have to keep up with this shit. He made that a stat. And he's the reason why left tackles and linemen get paid so much. This nigga was killing quarterbacks, injuring them, career-ending injuries and shit. So the investment in the line went up because of this nigga. So you being a fucking rookie, the Lawrence number shouldn't be touched. Yeah, on God, it shouldn't. Now, I ain't gonna lie, the Malik Neighbors shit, me personally, I know old head would disagree. That 1934 nigga, that nigga, let's be real. I'ma just say it. It's a high percentage of niggas that watched that nigga. Them niggas not alive. Let me say it, bro. I ain't disrespecting them. RIP to bro. RIP to niggas that watched him. 1934, all that niggas fan base is gone. So him, you feel me? Emily is good, bro. So I don't see it was no problem with him. But Lawrence Taylor coming for his number is crazy. Why do you even want that much pressure on you, my nigga?
That's been retired since 1994 and once belonged to the great Lawrence Taylor. Unlike the Flaherty family with Malik Neighbors, Taylor was not so keen on giving up his retired number. I know he would love to wear that number, but hey, I think it's retired. Get another number. I don't care if it's 00 and then make it famous. With 56 off the table, Carter set his eyes on his college number 11, but even that had been retired for 30 years now by the Giants organization. It was former 11 number Phil Simms who seemed more willing to to grant Carter's wish, but apparently Sims's family and his agents advised him against it. Unlike Neighbors, Carter could not get his way, meaning that fans who cherish tradition can take a sigh of relief.
First of all, I understand the family, like, y'all have an opinion, right? But who the fuck are y'all? Nigga, I'm the one that played the career in that, nigga. And my agent, first of all, nigga, I understand the agent, but nigga, this nigga has been out the league. Why do you even have an agent, first of all? Second of all, the family, what? They gonna be like, oh, it's your legacy, it's yo, you feel me? But like, nigga, if he wanted to do it, nigga, y'all better stand by him. Who the fuck are y'all? That was weird. I remember when I heard that was weird, bro. His family rejected it, but he wanted it. Like, nigga, remember, y'all nigga lived off me, bro. You just gotta pull that card, bro. If you really wanted to give the jersey to them and they didn't feel like that, you gotta pull the card like, hey, remember, I'm the nigga that wore the nigga. Like, you gotta hit him with that. I know you're gonna seem like an asshole, but tell them niggas, y'all niggas lived off of me because of that number, nigga. Fuck it, the fuck. Nigga, if I want to give it up, nigga, I'm gonna give it up.
For at least another year. A similar thing happened in Seattle this past draft when second-round safety Nick Emanwari decided to take number 3 as his jersey number. A number 3 in a Seahawks jersey, of course, can be connected to Russell Wilson, who
I think he decided on number 53, I'm pretty sure.
Not only spent 10 seasons and went to 9 Pro Bowls during his time there, but helped the organization win its one and only Super Bowl. Emanwari wants to wear number 3 to honor Wilson, but as expected, some Seattle fans are not thrilled by this. It even came up during the 2023 offseason when cornerback Artie Burns wore number 3 during training camp, but changed his number to number 23 by the start of the regular season. So till this day, no Seahawk has worn number 3 since Wilson left, at least in a regular season game. But that will most likely change in September. The Seahawks.
But I mean, let's get real, bro. If you want to retire a niggas, you gotta do more than just one ring, bro. I don't know. Like, if you retire niggas numbers that only won one Super Bowl, bro, you're gonna run out of numbers, bro. I don't think Russ did enough. I don't know if Russ did enough to get it retired. Not saying his career was crazy. Like, his career was phenomenal at Seahawks. If it wasn't for Pete Carroll, nigga would have 2 rings. But I don't know, man. Maybe because it's like real recent. I don't see nothing. I don't know about Russ getting his shit retired.
The organization only has 5 numbers retired, and one of those 5 wasn't even a player. And while a Russell Wilson jersey retired,
how the fuck is the number retired and wasn't a player? What the fuck? What number did the nigga wear if he wasn't a player? What the fuck?
May still happen in Seattle, as he's still an active player. It's odd to see another player wear that number during the meantime. Could you imagine the Patriots or Packers giving away number 12 the year after Tom Brady or Rodgers departed? It's really unimaginable. Even for this year's first overall pick, Cam Ward, he was given permission to wear the number 1, which was retired by the Titans in 2006, with the blessing of Hall of Fame quarterback Warren Moon. How do we solve this issue? What's the happy medium? I've seen a few ideas thrown out there by people I follow, so let's present them all and find our answer. Number 1, once a number is retired, it's retired. No ifs, ands, or buts. I see the validity in this argument because truthfully, it puts the former player or player's family in an awkward position. Like, hey, can I get your retired number? It just puts people in awkward positions. On one hand, you could just say no like Lawrence Taylor did, but you also don't want to be dismissive to a kid just being drafted. But on the other hand, it's still your legacy and a number that you deservedly had retired for nobody else to wear. The downside to this case is you will one day run out of numbers. So maybe we'll have guys wearing triple digits or symbols. Just imagine guys with like fire emojis or 100 signs running around the field. And the other issue being new generations having not watched these players play live. For me, I'd be lying if I ever said I watched Ray Flaherty play, because once again, he played in the 20s and 30s. His legacy is going to mean a lot less to me as compared to somebody like Eli Manning, who I had the privilege of watching watching growing up. Legends never die, but do their numbers? That's the real question. The second proposal, if you will, is to give the retired number an expiration date. I get the concept because, as I said before, the further we get away from each player's generation, the less that number will mean to new generations. But I'm not naive enough to believe this could actually work for a multitude of reasons. The length of time I've seen normally thrown out there is 20 years, but that does not seem doable. Say a player has his jersey retired at the age of 40. Are you going to just give away said player's number in 20 years when he's 60 years old? If this were to become a commonality, I think numbers need to be kept retired for at least 50 years. But I'd even argue at that point, why even retire the number at all? Just put the player in the Ring of Honor and forget about the number altogether. It just seems pointless when you know that in X amount of years, this player's jersey is going to be available again. The third and final realistic idea I've seen would be a commemorative jersey patch. I saw a sample of an idea on Twitter and I gotta say it looks pretty neat. This does feel like the fairest compromise because you're not losing the number entirely while also paying tribute to the legend who previously wore it. The decision to retire numbers and how they do it, however, is up to each individual organization. So even if a
having a patch, that would be fire, like their initials on a jersey, that would be gas. That actually is probably the best idea out of all of them.
Handful of teams adopt this jersey patch idea, it doesn't mean that every team would. If every team is going to end up on the same page about this, it's going to have to be league mandated. Personally, I'm fine with two of these options, either keeping the numbers retired forever or doing the commemorative patch. The expiration date idea just seems foolish to me, and I hope we would never have to see that. I'd rather see triple-digit jerseys out there than see teams take on that ridiculous idea. I'm old enough to remember in 2021 when all these skill position guys started wearing single-digit numbers, and we all hated that at first. A few years later, and it's way less bothersome. Humans are definitely adaptive, so if triple digits have to be implemented in 100 years or so, then fine, I probably won't be here anyway. It makes sense that this is starting to affect teams like the Giants and the Bears because they're the organizations with the most retired numbers. We know about the number drama with Neighbors and Carter, but even for the Bears, their second-round rookie made a comment about the lack of available numbers. Luther Burden was asked why he chose number 87, and his response was, all the good numbers are gone. And while doing the research for this video, I was surprised to find out that there are 5 NFL franchises that do not partake in retiring numbers: the Ravens, Texans, Falcons, Raiders, and shockingly the Cowboys. Though not officially retired, some of these organizations do protect the numbers of their greats, so don't expect to see a number 22 Cowboy or a number 52 Raven anytime soon. There's so much nuance to this argument, and based on the decision being up to each team, there could in theory be many different resolutions. In conclusion, I'd rather keep things the way they are or go with the patch on the jersey if it's approved by the player who once wore that number or their remaining family. To the viewers of this video, what would you do? What's your resolution for this ongoing debate? I hope you all enjoyed. Leave a like and subscribe if you did, and I will talk to you guys next time.
I did not know Jake Ferguson worked for the A. But W video, man. W video.
I'm going dollar for dollar. 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 She screaming, she holler, she liking the way that I.
If y'all not watching my daddy, what are y'all doing?